Hey everybody, and welcome to Q&A. My name is Bill, the company's expert, and today, The Fool writes, what does it mean when you say more of a feel for the culture? That's actually a pretty intelligent question for someone called The Fool. I think what The Fool is asking is, when you say organizational culture or business culture, what does that term actually mean? Okay, well, to answer that, organizational culture simply means the way we do things here. That's all it means, okay? So the way we do things here. An example of an element of culture might be how people dress at that particular organization, or how they behave or how they collaborate with each other or not, right? As the case may be. It could be how they communicate with each other. In one organization, people might be using expletives in every sentence they say to each other. In another organization, they might be using extremely fancy language and using words that have 157 letters in it, stuff like that. When I started out in my career, in that particular industry, if you needed to get something done, the way to do it was you would march into somebody's office, you would slam your fist down on their desk, and you would start shouting. I mean, that was just the culture, and everybody did that for some reason. It was not a great situation. But in some organizations, they have people in offices, sitting in their own offices all day, sending emails to each other. In other organizations, they get together face to face around a big table, they bring their lunch, and they do things with Post-it notes and whiteboards, the way you kind of did things when you were 6, right? In some organizations, people spend the whole day working solo, just by themselves, right? In other organizations, you really don't, you spend the whole day in meetings with everybody else, right? These are different ways of doing things. For example, another element of culture is some organizations believe in education. They believe that if you have an educational qualification, that means a lot, right? And in other companies or other organizations, not so much, right? They don't think it means that much. In some organizations, they make all their employees do 10 minutes of aerobics together at the beginning of the day before they all go and work at their desks for the rest of the day. Except for the bosses. The bosses don't have to do it. Go figure. In some organizations, people get fired often, right? There's always somebody getting fired. There's a churn of employees, a turnover. In other organizations, once you're hired, you're in for life, right? You have that job until you drop dead at your desk doing your job at age 116, it also includes other things too, like more complex things. Like, for example, how good an organization is at learning, right? How good they are at detecting what they're doing that's not that great, that they could be doing better, and how quick they are at implementing a good fix for that so that they improve and move forward. Right? So it gets into more complicated things too. But basically all of this, these are elements of organizational culture, and it just means the way we do things here. That's all it means. So I want to thank The Fool for sending in that awesome question. And I think that I've managed to connect with that little fool that's in all of us. And that's a good feeling. A nice visit. I have to end this video now, so thank you very much. I want to thank my patron of the week, Michael Walbridge, for helping make this video possible, and you too. If you weren't watching this, I wouldn't be here. So thank you very much for your attention. Have yourself a great few days, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.